evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two bodacious cousins sit around and discuss the age-old art of storytelling, and at the end, dare to create something of their own. I'm your host, Zach. That's my cousin, Devin. Devin, how you doing tonight?
Bodaciously. I don't know what that word means, but I like how it sounds. Bodacious.
It's the closest thing I'm ever going to call you to beautiful.
Ooh. You like my signed Syracuse Jerry McNamara jersey? Circa 2003 when we won the national championship and the program was awesome.
Yeah, program's never been the same. Never will be the same. Shout out Carmelo. Jerry,
Hakeem.
Hack. Yeah, Josh Pace, Craig Forth, Quef Dwayne.
Let's not forget Jeremy McNeil.
Let's not forget McNeil. Let's not forget Matt Gorman. And still working in Syracuse, not for the basketball team, but for the county, I believe. Billy Edelman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very important part of the team.
You said Josh Pace, right?
We said Josh Pace. We got them all. Okay. We got all the ones that played.
I just want to make sure. Great team. Don't want to let any of them, even the bench, solid bench.
Yeah, I think they went 8 deep that year. Because I think Josh, Billy, and McNeil were mostly the ones that came off the bench. And Matt Gorman, I think, played a little bit, but he was mostly a freshman. So I don't think so. This walk down Syracuse memory lane is brought to you by the Post-Standard, who just came out with a documentary on the 20th anniversary of the 2003 championship team, Will to Win. It is available on youtube.com.
What? I didn't know about this.
Post-Standard YouTube channel.
I got my plans for the evening.
This is a real thing. I have not watched it yet, obviously. As you know, we've yet to have a real sponsor other than Taylor Cross. Good guy. Another Celsius for me, Taylor Cross. So before, they actually haven't sponsored this segment, but maybe they will in the future now.
Interesting. Their comment section used to be trash before.
I think it's actually been disabled, just in perpetuity.
It was a cesspool of
the worst people in the world. All of those people migrated over to OAN, so it's fine. It's chill. You want to talk about politics? My week's been okay, hit the range yesterday, trying to really dial in those irons. I need to get better at 150 in hitting the green. And I know a lot of people that listen to this show very concerned about my golf game.
Well, it is
because we're a golf channel. Yeah. So I got a little better yesterday. Promptly forgot everything. And we'll have to go back to the range to redial it in. So we'll see how it goes. But Devin, how are you? Oh, I did play golf on Sunday with my brother and my friend at Millstone. Shout out.
And not the same person, because your brother is not your friend.
Oh, 100% not. We barely speak to each other unless it talks about his kids or golf. Not true, Adam. Shout out. Thanks for listening. I know you listen to only these parts. Do not listen to when we come up with the original movie ideas.
Let's try and guess from my movie posters about what they're about.
Yeah, which he was very concerned when you weren't putting out movie posters because he couldn't even fake it knowing what it was about anymore. So thank you for the social media.
I'll try and get one out by early next week.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Just everybody in the community. So thank you. No, I saw him on Sunday. He was very excited for this week's episode because we are going to be talking about the Bill Murray classic, Groundhog's Day, which I realized it's just Groundhog Day, not groundhogs, which is very hard to say in a sentence. Groundhog Day. Groundhog.
Well, we don't have to emphasize the hog part.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Just say it.
Groundhog's Day.
No. Now that sounds weird.
Gopher's Day. What was in Caddyshack? A groundhog or a gopher?
A gopher.
Okay, just keeping you on your toes over here. Favorite Bill Murray movie ever? Go.
Stripes.
It's a good movie.
It was a
Okay,
good
fair
movie. I
enough.
don't know. I wasn't prepared for this question.
I don't like to tell you about the questions beforehand. You're
Because
like texting
Ghostbusters
me
is
like
great. You know,
Ghostbusters great. Ghostbusters 2.
yeah.
What about Bob? Groundhog's Day. Groundhog Day. Not Groundhog's Day. Groundhog Day. Scrooged. Great movie. Stripes, the aforementioned Stripes. Caddyshack.
Garfield.
Never saw Garfield. Terrible movie.
You never
Lost in
saw Garfield?
Lost Lost in
Hold on.
Translation. Why would I
How
watch Garfield?
how shitty of a childhood do you have? You didn't have see Garfield?
Garfield came out when we were teenagers.
No, it didn't. We were children.
You're still a child. So maybe that's true.
It literally came out
In
in
like 2008.
1976.
Okay, that's the cartoon. I thought you were talking about the Bill Murray
It was
movie.
that was 2004.
Yeah,
So you were working at the movies that time. You didn't swing in and see the.
Yeah, you're right. I should have.
You really should have.
I got free movies at that time.
I'm just saying
Damn
you
it.
missed out.
Missed opportunity to watch the
He's
classic.
funny in Zombieland.
He's very
Like,
funny.
you know,
He
bit parts are good too.
he really towards the later. Well, he's still going. So whatever portion of the career you want. I'm not trying to limit the man. I'm not saying it's his later portion of his career or not. But him and Wes Anderson just were like, hey, I like you. You're gonna be in all my movies now.
Oh yeah, remember when we had to go see Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou on
Mhm.
Christmas Day because we had to go? It was whose year was it to choose? Was that you or Adam?
I don't remember. I don't think I chose that one, but it does sound like a movie I would choose. So,
I just remember it wasn't my year to choose, or I got outvoted. But we
how
went
many
and saw
years do
that
we
on
do that?
Christmas Day. I don't know, a couple, like 4 maybe.
4 or 5. Yeah. Not one of his better movies.
That also came out in 2004. So
Your favorite Bill movie ever is Stripes. Got it. Okay. That's fair.
I just want to see what other December 2004 movies, because I Ocean's 12. I think I want to see the Polar Express, but I can't remember.
2004, you were 6 years old, so
Maybe no, because they came out in November. National Treasure, that would have been better to see.
agreed.
Meet the
Considering that's a
Fockers,
great
Ocean
movie.
12.
We couldn't get into Meet the Fockers. We were too young.
The Incredibles would have been better. I don't know. It was all right, but
All right.
just saying. No. Why are they giving me January? Okay. Come on. All right, here we go. I definitely wanted to see Hotel Rwanda. That was my choice. Meet the
Fifth,
Fockers literally came out like 3 days before, and we went and saw Life
Meet the
Aquatic
Fockers
with
is rated R, right?
you. Probably.
You couldn't have gotten into that movie in 2004, Devin.
Damn. The
You haven't
Librarian
you
Quest
have
for the
you have
Sphere?
you
Who's
haven't
that
always
about?
been a mid-30s man. You understand that, right?
Mid-20s.
Mid-30s.
Whoa. Late 20s.
The gray in your beard screams
I have
mid-40s.
no gray
I'm
in my
being
beard.
generous
I
by
have
saying mid-30s.
golden blonde in my beard.
Woo.
No gray. Goes
Seeing a little
straight to white.
gray. A little gray.
I gotta get a haircut before I go on my golf outing.
Your golf outing where you're going to claim to me that you only shot 10 over on 18 holes when I know that you're lying.
Well, I didn't do well last time we played golf on Saturday, but no, I'm going to Hilton Head next week, and I'm probably just gonna be dominating the course.
Of course,
Real
obviously.
nice conditions.
What'd you shoot last on Saturday? 106?
I didn't keep score.
Okay.
Listen, it's between two highways. It's hard to concentrate. You just got up and left. What's going on here, folks?
If I leave, you can just keep talking as if I'm here. The folks don't know that I got up and left to let my cat
I
out of
didn't
the room.
I didn't know what was going on.
And
I
I
got
can
no
hear
warning.
you because I have AirPods that travel with me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So you've just paused the show and made it awkward.
Guess it was about your cat. Again with the cats, man.
All right,
Jeez.
you're being a real dick bag. All right. And you are not living up to your dragon tattoo potential right now.
Sea monster that
You're
you'd find on
definitely
an old map.
you are definitely not living to the Buffalo Bills philosophy.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
I don't know what their philosophy is.
The Bills'
Win?
philosophy is binge drink and win football games.
Hell yeah. I know I'm cracking up an Aloha made strawberry guava.
I
I
don't know
got
what that
addicted to
is.
these when I went to Hawaii. It's I don't know, like some drink from concentrate. It's
Does
like
it
a
have
juice.
like hardcore drugs in it or something?
No, it's
Is
really
that a
good.
CBD guava juice drink over here?
No,
Trying
that's
to
kind of
mellow
rude to the
out
people of Hawaii. It's water, sugar, strawberry puree, guava puree, 8% juice.
and 212 calories per can.
Oh, but it's so good. Only about 3 of them. So I've been drinking them throughout the week, you know?
Oh, okay. Throughout the week. I thought you meant 3 today. I was like,
No,
you're
no, no,
telling
no,
me you
no.
just did 650
No,
calories
they're
on
$2 a
fucking
can.
juice.
So I only got 3. And then I have them as like a special treat. So I figured, what's more special than the pot?
Most other things in your life.
True. But yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited. So we got to record early next week because I'm going away again.
yeah, Devin just keeps taking vacation, folks. Like he doesn't care about you as the audience.
I'm not, listen, I have a 4-hour drive on next Thursday in the morning. So if you want to take the morning off, and then I'll just call in while my buddy
No.
Dave, who's driving, is in the background the whole time.
Why don't you use this opportunity to force your other friends to listen to Architects of Lore?
Oh, let me. Hey, we got a 4-hour road trip coming up. Let me take care of the music, and I just put on our podcast,
Yes.
and I watch them, and I
Yeah.
just wait to see when they laugh, if they laugh, and I just slowly say the lines under my breath.
Yeah. Play this episode in your car ride on
No, that's
Thursday.
so creepy.
No, do it. I want you to do it. Just play it and let it go.
Mm-mm.
These people need to hear it. Hey, Devin's car. I don't know who's in there. Maybe Dave, Connor, Cheese. I'm not sure what Devin's
Why would
friends'
cheese
names
be
are.
there? That's
I
crazy.
don't know which ones you hang out with, which ones are going to this bachelor party. Who is this for Mike? Is this for
No, it's
Mike?
for
No,
Dave.
Mike already got married, right? Is
Yeah.
Mike in the car right now? Mike, how you doing? Miss
No,
playing
it's probably
Call of
just me
Duty
and
with you?
Dave.
Oh, it's just you and Dave. Well, Dave, how you doing? Thanks for listening to the show. I'm glad that Devin played it for you. And hope you stay tuned for other episodes. If you are a
I gotta
fan
hear
of
this.
banter and movie ideas, this is the place for you.
But not movies about banter.
We did a comedy last week.
About banter. True. It's called the Banter Boys.
Yeah. Shout out all of Devin's high school and college friends for listening. Thank you very much. Uh, and shout out to the rest of you people. Devin is
What about
shaking
your
his
high
head.
school and college friends? They listen? No.
I'm not 100%
Hey Nate,
sure.
you listening right now? Dan, tell me next time you see Zach, just say aqua marine is my favorite color for tote bags.
If if Dan if
Aquamarine
Dan
is my favorite color for tote bags.
if
If he
Dan
just rings it
says
up,
those words to me, I will
yeah,
give him $100 on the spot.
$100. You hear that, Dan?
$100.
Like, say you're going to Wegmans or something. You're like, oh, you got any reusable bags? It's like, yeah, I got a few. You know, aquamarine is my favorite color of tote bag. Boom, $100.
I'll just pull out my phone and I'll Venmo him right there. $100. Dan, if you're listening, you have an easy way to make $100. But I don't think you are. I don't think you are listening.
Oh,
But
fun
there,
time.
but there is like our numbers are going up, even though we took a week off. So thank you everybody for listening. So here's the
1 week,
thing.
calm down. And I wanted to record. I said, let's record something. Maybe if it's just a supplemental. And he goes, nah, don't want to.
It's because you didn't have anything. You wanted to talk about Jordans again. And I was like, the people don't
I
want to
did
hear you
not
talking
want to
about
talk about
Jordans.
Jordans again. I went over, we had 3, 4 conversations about Jordan. Many have been cut out of the shows. I was talking about something else completely, and it was probably going to be my new hats from Lids. I had to get 2 new hats from Lids.
Yeah, you're welcome, people. I cut this supplemental already. Devin.
I probably have 14 Bills hat that I can physically see right now.
I think you have a problem.
A little bit.
But welcome everybody to season 2, study 2, God and Philosophy. We reviewed this week Groundhog's Day, but before we get to
Groundhog
that,
Day.
shut up. Before we get to that,
It's
Devin.
time for the movie game.
Nope, that's wrong. That's a different part of the show.
All right, ready? It's my turn to ask you first.
Yep. I am ready.
A young prince witnesses the murder of his father, leaving an irreparable emotional scar. So he flees and joins a secret kick-ass British organization tasked with keeping the world safe.
A young prince watches his father die, goes to a secret British organization.
A secret kick-ass British organization tasked with keeping the world safe.
Oh, you said emotional scar. Oh, okay. The Lion Kingsman.
I hate that you got that it's too
Why do you
smart.
hate that?
I don't
Why
like
do you
it.
hate that?
Just you were just being clever, and I could see it happen in real time, and I hated every minute of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Good job.
believe that's a philosophical thing that you have where you don't want to see anybody else succeed except you. So we'll have to deep dive into that in the next segment.
We're good.
But Devin, here you go. First question. The cast of the Pineapple Express tries to survive events that may have been depicted in the Book of Revelations. So one of them may complete their battle room training and obliterate the buggers.
This is the Ender's Game.
I just fucking hate it when you get it right, man. Just hate it so much.
But I love it. And I feed off your hate.
Nope, yeah, that is it. Good job.
A motley crew of seemingly discarded appliances are on an adventure to find their master whilst outrunning the T-1000.
A motley crew of appliances is out to find their master while outrunning the T-1000. The second one is Terminator. Appliances? Terminator 2?
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. So, okay, I'm fucking blanking on the first one. Okay, no, because that's Beauty and
there's gonna be some haters.
Beauty and the Beast is like candlesticks and stuff. Those aren't appliances. And Beauty and the Beast.
1987. Phil Hartman voiced an
Great
air
year.
conditioner. Rest
Great
in
year.
peace.
Oh. Brave Little Toast Terminator 2.
Judgment Day. Yes.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Appreciate the Phil Hartman clue. 1987, good year. Almost as old as I am. Very good year. You don't know where that's from, do you? I'll Venmo you $100 right now if you tell me where that's from.
The In-Betweeners.
Yep.
Is it?
No, not at all. It's the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, when Bilbo sees Gandalf for the first time, and he asks if he wants to open up some wine.
Oh, it sounded like when they would try and like go buy beer in the in-betweeners. Maybe that was just your accent. It sounded
I
like a
do have a
British
Cockney
teenager.
accent. Yes, you're
You ever
right.
seen the in-betweeners?
I've seen like an episode or two. I never really got into it.
Wow. Really losing our international market.
That took you 30 seconds to finish that sentence.
I just
And
wanted to
I'm gonna
make
leave
sure.
it
Yeah, it
all
is Greg
in.
Davies in that. Greg Davies plays a teacher, and Greg Davies was a teacher.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow. A little authentic. No,
Authenticity.
there it is. Thank you
Took
for
you
helping me out
30
there.
seconds to finish that sentence.
Oh my God. What are you over here just using SAT words on me right now? Oh my God, Devin. I'm at work today. And I'm going to tell the audience this because the audience is basically our best friends. And I'm talking to a couple of my coworkers, and they asked me what another person is doing going to a customer's office because they're like, well, he doesn't really do anything on that part. And I go, well, he's gregarious and people like him, so it's trying to get the client to like us. And the two coworkers look at me and they just go, the fuck you using SAT words? I was like,
Good. I'm
Jesus
on
Christ.
their side.
You're on their side.
Yeah. In the office, you're just gregarious. Who are you trying to
Yeah.
impress?
No, I'm not trying to impress it. It was the right
Mm-hmm.
it was the right place to use that word.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah? Was that a
Apparently,
fucking word of the day
not.
on your goddamn calendar?
Apparently not, because I'm just gonna get fucking roasted for using
Yeah.
any
You
of these
sound
terms.
like a prick. Gregarious and charming. What the fuck, bro? You know who's not gregarious and charming? You right now.
That's fair. You're right. I gotta talk
You
about
sound pretentious
I gotta talk
and
about Bud Lights, Red Solo Cups,
whoa. I don't
pickup
know if Bud
trucks. You
Lights
know
are
what I
what we
mean?
should talk
Oh,
about.
you're right.
Not
Oh,
to get
sorry.
those guys on your side. I love
Uh,
Bud Light. I drink
uh,
Bud Light all the time.
wait, which market are you going for?
Both.
I'm trying to play both sides. All right, Devin. Yeah,
Seriously,
I
it doesn't
think
make my stomach hurt. And I used to drink Coors Light a lot, and that did.
that's
And
fair.
then I switched, and I was like, huh, I wonder if
Upon
I have a slight gluten intolerance.
upon reflection, I believe that both you and my coworkers were right, and I should no longer use large words. So,
Ginormous words.
ooh, look at you over here.
No, there's some like 5-syllable words that you can use.
Mm,
Enthusiastic.
mm. He's counting them out on his
I'm
fingers,
just
folks.
making
He's
sure. Just
got it.
making
He's
sure.
got it.
But there's other words where you're like, why? It's not in vogue. People don't like that word.
Apparently, gregarious is not in vogue.
No, it's not. I think
But
you
you
could
know what
have
is in vogue, Devin? Your second movie
fantastic.
name question.
Oh,
Don't make a sound, or we'll be ripped asunder by murderous, echolocating creatures that talk out of their butts and are searching for Shikaka, the sacred great white bat of the African Wachati tribe.
Sorry, excuse me. That cough would have got me killed. In A Quiet Place, Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. A Quiet Place, Ventura 2, When Nature Calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
I
don't
did
think
a
I
little
ever.
joke in it.
Yeah, that was good. I don't think I ever saw the second Ace Ventura.
Are you kidding me? When he has to birth out of that rhino? Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Did that bring a flashback to the second Ace Ventura movie?
All right, let's move on.
So you
Let's
have
move
seen
on.
it and you just repressed
Let's
it.
move on. I just repressed it. Okay, well, I know Devin was super excited for our theme of this
Hate it.
study, God and philosophy, because Devin is a deep thinker. He has read Kant and Hume and Locke.
I actually have read all of those things.
Well, there you see, look at him over here, and Aristotle and Plato. He's read
Yeah.
all the ancient philosophers, his favorite being Nietzsche.
You're not wrong.
That your favorite is Nietzsche?
Yeah, everything means nothing.
You know what we should have watched? We should have watched The Big Lebowski.
Nah.
This means nothing, Lebowski. We are nihilists. What? The Devin keeps looking at me.
You didn't think I was gonna know those guys, right? You didn't think I was gonna know those guys. I know those guys. You know what I mean? I don't have to have a gregarious vocabulary to know those guys. You know what I mean?
That's not the word.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about Gregorian, as in the Gregorian calendar, which is the
Gregorian
calendar that we
calendar.
currently use.
No,
So
we
I was
use
talking about
we use the
Gregorian
Julian
languages, you know
calendar.
what I
Yeah, we got it
mean?
from the Latin, the Romans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just studying Mandarin and Cantonese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
I'm not,
course.
but
I
I
could
am
get you
studying Italiano. Io sono Devin. Io sono Devin.
that my name is Devin.
No, I'm Devin. I don't know what my name is Devin is yet. I haven't gotten there. But I got into Io sono Devin.
Ios no Devin. I'm Devin.
I can't. Where is the plaza? Dio dove la piazza.
That's good.
You don't know.
Donde es la biblioteca?
It is very similar to Spanish.
Well, they're all Romance languages, so they're all Latin based. So most of them are going to be very similar in nature.
Like with and or, same word. Con o.
Get a little language lesson here on Architects of Lore. But I know that what you're really here for is to see what Devin and I really think about the universe, how we fit into it, where we're going with our lives,
And
as
where we're
we
from.
as we study the Bill Murray classic Groundhog Day in Studying the Blueprints.
It's Groundhog Day, 1993, folks. Harold Ramis, R.I.P. Hilarious director and writer. Bill Murray as a star. Chris Elliott, funny camera guy. Bill Murray's brother in there.
Which one's Bill Murray's brother?
The guy who's like the head Hontatagi Phil guy, the guy who like declares everything.
That's Bill Murray's brother?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. And he saves him with the Heimlich maneuver later?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Older brother or younger brother?
I think
looks like an older.
It looks older. There's like 10 of them, so
10 Murrays.
Yeah. And then we have obviously Annie McDowell as Rita.
So. Very big curly hair in this movie. Very sweet character though. I do have a gripe. I have a gripe about how the movie ends, though. But before we get into that, some people listening might not have seen the movie or haven't seen it in a long time.
This is my first time seeing it all the way through.
Really?
Yeah. I started it, and then
I stopped, started again.
And then, the day started over immediately at the same way.
Yeah.
And
Devin keeps turning on the movie at like 5:30 a.m. and at 6 a.m. But he's like, fuck, I've only seen the first 30 minutes of this movie every time.
So, yeah. Bill Murray is a weatherman named Phil working in Pittsburgh. It's Groundhog's Day coming up, so they go to Groundhog's Puskatani, for the festival.
Honksatani Phil.
A cameraman played by Chris Elliott. What's his name? Kevin? I don't know. Larry. I just saw it like 2 seconds ago too. Larry, and then the producer Rita. He's kind of a jerk, kind of all self-centered. Has the day. They get stuck there with a blizzard that he didn't predict. He said it was going to blow over. And then he gets stuck in the same day over and over and over and over again for like 30, 40 years, apparently, according to Harold Ramis. He said 10 at first, but then he like changed it to 30 to 40. So that's crazy amount of time. And during this time, he learns new skills like piano and ice sculpting and throwing cards into a hat. He also saves some people. He also has some depressive times where he tries to kill himself a bunch. He has some times where he uses it to woo women in one-night stands. At one point, he thinks he's a god, not the god, but a god, and it's kind of hard not to believe him. And the moral of the story is he just had to fall in love and be happy with the one day, I guess, because he was happy with it. And then him and Rita woke up in bed the next day, and it was all over after 30 years. So he just had to fall in love the right way, I guess, or live in the moment. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the meaning of it was, but basically he lives the same day over and over again, same people, same reactions. Then you got Bill Murray just being funny. Bill Murray punches a guy in the face, boom, hits him, robs a bank, steals a car, takes Phil and the groundhog and drives it off a cliff. That was pretty funny. Yeah,
He's
that's
probably he's
Groundhog Day.
probably he's probably fine.
How about
Maybe
Chris
not.
Elliott's line right before that? Why would you steal a groundhog? I can think of a few reasons. That pervert. What?
Yeah.
Who's the pervert? The guy who
The
thought about it.
groundhog. Yeah, the groundhog.
Larry. No,
Yeah.
Larry was the one who had the thoughts.
So my takeaway from this film is that the overarching philosophy or moral is that you need to live in the moment.
Okay, because I didn't get it. So I was doing other stuff.
What the fuck else were you
That was a
doing?
joke. That was a joke. I actually left my phone away from me so that I could just focus on this movie. And I missed 2 FaceTime calls. So you're welcome, because you did predict that I would stop and talk to someone on the phone.
Yeah,
So that's why I
that's
put my
because
phone across the
you
room.
you have cultivated
Mhm.
a friend family group that
Mhm.
prefers FaceTime and calling. Whereas I have cultivated, other than you, because I can't get you to stop, just text me.
I know, but like I thought, I was like, oh, maybe I don't. Some of my friends don't talk because I don't text. I'm not a big texter. And then I texted someone today and I didn't get a response. So it's like, whoa, come on.
That's not chill, bro. Not chill.
Not chill. Not
Who
chill,
FaceTimed
bro.
you?
I don't know. He was either Ryan or Gian, but it was in the Ryan and Gian
Hmm.
uh um group text or whatever group call. I don't know.
So, all right. This is the first time that you've ever seen it all the way through, right?
Yeah.
Or was that a
I
joke?
got to no, I swear to God. I got to like,
First initial thoughts. How'd you like the movie?
you know what I miss about movies? And this movie made me realize off the bat.
Hmm.
I want to see an aerial view of the city with the credits and some random fucking song that apparently is about being a weatherman. I don't know. But
Hmm.
like Major League did it, Turner and Hooch did it, Police Academy. I bring that back. Bring me the aerial view.
Yeah, their standard was the last scene, and then it like pans up, and then you get the credits as you see like the aerial view of
Yeah,
whatever the last scene
whatever
was.
city it
The
is in too.
city,
Yeah,
the park or
Cleveland,
whatever. Yeah.
a lot of Cleveland,
Hmm.
mostly from Major League. And then they go around and there's shit. Major League is a great movie. Does
Well,
that
then
count
that's a
as
good
gods and
idea for our
philosophy?
movie. Is at the end of the movie, credits are just a random song and just pans up.
Well, do you notice you go to the end of Groundhog's Day, it's got like 2 minutes of credits at the end because
Hmm.
they get it out of the way at the beginning, which
It's
makes more
true.
sense to the people working on the movie. Hey, I get to see my name right away. Boom.
You don't gotta wait 15 fucking
Well,
minutes for
that's why they
everything.
added and like Avengers style, Marvel style end credit scenes, just so that you do wait through the credits.
Hmm.
But the 90s were like, fuck it, we'll put the credits in the goddamn beginning over a beautiful view of Cleveland from above.
What are you gonna do? Leave? Movie hasn't even fucking started yet.
Hasn't even started.
You're fucking stuck, yo.
Love it.
All right.
I like it. It was funny. It's like, definitely Bill Murray being Bill Murray. It's like,
Mm.
how many of those were just him just just doing Bill Murray? He's got this charm about him that it's like, Yeah, he can be a huge narcissistic dick right to your face, but you're like, I want you to like me so much that I don't care.
He does, like, he is one of the very few actors that I think could pull this movie off. I think at one point I read that Harold Ramis wanted Tom Hanks for it, and then he just decided that Tom Hanks was too nice and he couldn't pull off the mean parts, which the whole what
Yeah, he
first
needed the
40
mean. He
minutes of this
needed to
movie
go.
is Bill Murray just hating everybody else in his own subtle way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love this movie because it is that walk through life of you're always looking for the future. You're always thinking that you're better than where you're at. You're always thinking like, I just need to get to here. I need to do this. I'm better than here. I'm better than this. This is beneath me, beneath my time. These people are beneath me, all that stuff. And then
yeah. I
as
mean,
you
that was the
have,
first theme of the movie. Is I'm not gonna be here. This is gonna be my last one. I'm moving off of Channel
Mhm.
9. I'm moving on.
But that mindset the movie shows you is that you are wasting potential in your day being negative about everything. And then towards the end of the movie, you see him where he wants to learn things just to learn them. He learns piano just to learn it. He learns ice sculpting just to learn it. And then he helps people just to help them because he knows he's gonna have to do it tomorrow, and he just keeps helping them tomorrow.
Yeah,
That
he
one
tried to give
scene
that
towards
guy
the end of the
the best
movie
end
where
date of his life.
where he saves the kid who falls out of the tree. He's like, say it. You've never fucking thanked me, man. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not.
No F bombs. They kept their PG-13
Yeah,
rating.
PG
It looks
13
like.
rating. But yeah, I mean, and one of the things I think this movie does very well, it does not try to overcomplicate things. It's not like, oh my God, he met a fairy and the fairy hated
Yeah,
him and he
and there's
cursed
no
him. It's just like,
like
nah, dude, this just fucking
villain.
happened.
There's no devil. There's no like obvious. At one point, I was like, oh, maybe this old guy is like God. No, he's just an old guy,
Just an
homeless
old
guy.
guy who dies. And his lesson is that you can't save everyone. And some
It's
things,
more like the
bad things just
movie was his
happen.
lesson, not like we didn't need this over like hit the head on the audience. This is the person teaching him the lesson.
Yeah.
It's
The,
not
vi-
Morgan Freeman
the,
teaching Jim Carrey how to be a better person.
yeah. The antagonistic force of Groundhog Day was just Bill Murray's shitty fucking disposition.
So I have one question. After 12 years of Catholic school,
Mm-hmm.
which we both had.
13 years? 13
Okay,
years.
let's not count kindergarten, okay?
I mean, were you in
But
Catholic school in kindergarten?
yes, but we both have had 12 years of kindergarten. That's what I'm or Catholic
12
school.
years. Yeah, it did take us 12 years to get through kindergarten.
12 years of Catholic school. We both have that, right?
Yep.
Are we sure he's not a god? Because she said after 12 years of Catholic school, she was positive he was not a god. And me, after 12 years of Catholic school, I'm like, this dude might be a fucking god. Like,
Well, I think the question is, what is God in that moment? If he's a person or a being who knows everything that is going to happen and has the ability to prevent and change the course of that event, is that a God? I don't know. Is that a God? Little g God? Little g God? Because he
yeah.
can't create life in that
Yeah,
day.
he didn't like, yeah, he didn't, he just, but he could be a god. He's invincible.
Mm-hmm.
He will,
He has the
no matter
power.
how many times he dies, he will come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
This guy
Oh my.
rose more than Jesus,
Did
and you're
you?
going, Jesus, God, this guy's got like
This guy rose
30,000.
more than Jesus. Oh,
You know
man.
what I mean?
It's actually super dark and ironic that some of the funniest parts of this movie to me, so maybe this is more of a me thing, but I think it's objectively some of the funniest parts of this movie are just the way he kills himself. Just so nonchalantly.
When he takes a toaster. I mean, yeah, it is a
He
little
just takes
messed
it. He
up.
doesn't say anything. You don't see him like, oh, I'm going to prepare to kill myself. He just plugs it in and just drops it. And then the next scene is down below with the lights just flicker.
And he's hiding behind a car, waiting to jump in front of a truck. I
Or that
did like the scene of the groundhog on his lap, and he's like, oh, "You're a pretty good driver for a."
yeah, like he wasn't mean to the groundhog. Like I'm gonna murder
Yeah,
this ground. He's like, no, no. You got to check your mirrers. You're
yeah.
doing pretty good.
They're Thelma and Louising it off that cliff.
It was such a good scene.
I have
I
to
just
kill
want,
the
I
groundhog.
just want you to know that we had a really good day once, but somebody has to stop him. Just steals the groundhog.
It's a good movie. It definitely passed the phone test. Goes
Mhm.
by quick. The commercials on Hulu were annoying because they're like 2 minute long commercials.
Yeah, but they only have in like the first 30 minutes of the
Yeah,
movie,
what
and
was that
then
all about?
I don't know. I guess they were just like, oh, we'll only
You
give them
gotta upgrade
commercials in the
our
beginning.
service here, bud.
Okay, give me the details of your credit card, and
I don't know
I'll
which
change.
one it's linked to. I'm pretty sure my family is paying for 3 or 4 Hulus at this point.
As long as somebody's
I
paying
think
for it.
everyone has one. That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
me, my mom, my dad, Lord. I think we all
Really
have our
should
own Hulu.
consolidate the Hulu's accounts. Yeah. This is one of the movies that makes me think of Paddington 2. Just the power of positivity.
There's
Seeing
nothing like
goodness in
Paddington
people.
too.
That's what he
What
is
the
at the end.
a
He is,
bear?
yeah, he's a bear. He's a
Even when he's
fucking
like,
bear.
doing well and the date where he's trying to get the date perfect, and then he
But that's
keeps
still
getting to that point.
selfishness.
I know, because it's like a video game and he feels like he needs to get to that point. I guess his lesson was he didn't have to bang her at night. That wasn't the goal.
Yeah,
Um,
you could argue that basically the entire lesson was like you can't have sex with this one woman, but she has to want to have sex with you, but you deny it, and then you can live the next
it
day.
is a '90s Harold Ravens movie. I believe they might have written
That
that up.
actually
They're like,
might
all
have
right,
been the
that's the
theme.
whole thing.
That's the
You
theme.
just can't bang her.
That's it. If you bang her, wrong. If she stops and doesn't want to bang you, wrong. She's gotta want to bang you, but you don't. And then it's cool.
Took him 30 years.
30 years to just figure that lesson out. Yeah, the whole time where he's like, what is it? All right, doesn't like fudge, likes French poetry. Got it. And she's like, what are you doing? Did you call my friends and just learn everything about me?
Yeah, are you making a list? It was white chocolate, no fudge.
Yeah. That is objectively creepy, though, if somebody really did that. Like, just,
Oh yeah.
I know exactly who you are, and I'm going to plan this.
No, it's like
Not,
love bombing and I like
yeah,
stalking someone on the internet and finding all like the things they love and then making those things your personality and then being
yeah.
like, which
Yeah,
I'm
don't,
sure there's people who've done that. I
all of
mean,
our
I have a class on
impressionable
how to do
audience
it.
do not do
So
that.
yeah, no, I have a class. Don't do it without my class. It's only $29.99. It's 3 months, so it's 3 months per week, or $29.99 per week for 3 months. So, but like easy, easy. There's homework. There's things.
By the end of it, you are guaranteed to get one restraining order against you by a person that you like.
Either marriage or restraining order. It only can
Those
go
are our
2 ways,
guarantees.
folks.
This is not associated with Architects of Law at all. This is
No, no,
purely
no. This is my own
Devin.
thing. Yeah.
Devin teaches this class alone, solo.
I do it at the
I
library.
teach a class on gaslighting, how to gaslight people.
I teach a gas on gaslighting gaslights.
Let's bring them
So,
back. All this
so I just go to an
electricity.
empty gas light and I just say, you're full. Just light, you're full.
Then it sparks to life.
Yeah. I saved the city thousands.
So much money. And my rent's still going up.
Knock on wood, that doesn't happen.
It'll go up every year, Devin. That's what rent does. Did you knock on wood? Well,
Make
I
sure that doesn't happen.
got my fingers crossed for you.
Fingers crossed it. So passed the phone test.
What's the
Had
first thing
good
you would
bones
do when you noticed that you were living one day over and over again?
over and over again. First thing, I don't know, but like there's definitely a point after a couple of years where I'm just going nude the whole day, just seeing what people are gonna do, you know?
See what
Um,
happens.
yeah. First day, I'd probably try and like look real smart, you know. I
So you could,
really like
yeah,
the Jeopardy bit. That was fun.
that was a good one. Yeah, there's like a couple days in, so you know you're okay.
Yeah.
So you know you got a little lay of the
Get the
land.
freak out over
Yeah.
probably do the like prediction stuff, you know, just make
Hmm.
myself look like Nostradamus come alive.
I agree. I mean, there was a lot of dark things that they didn't show in this movie. Like you
Oh yeah.
realize he could have murdered people and it
I'm
didn't
sure
matter.
he did.
You sure he got
One
like
of those
all
old
those
man
urges
scenes
out
was him strangling the old man to death. It's
just to
like you're
know
gonna
what it
die anyway, you
just to
know?
know what it feels like.
Yeah. Then he gave him that's the day before he gave him all that money.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh man. So
Mhm.
where does it fall on the lower list? You frozen?
No, I'm not frozen.
You just did you have more to say?
No, I don't. I carved out a little spot here.
I mean,
I'm
what was the
okay
first
with
thing
it
you would
being
do
almost
if
anywhere
you had
here. No, we
invincibility?
already moved on to the lower
Okay.
list. You didn't ask me. You didn't want to know. You're not interested in me.
Well,
Your
normally you
philosophy
ask
is
the
Devin
question,
all the time.
you normally ask
Devin.
the question and then answer it immediately. So I was taken aback when you didn't answer your own question immediately.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. So why don't you ask it again and then answer it immediately, and
Okay.
then we'll be all clear.
So you're a couple days into you knowing that you're gonna live a full day over and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again. What's the first thing you do? I'm gonna
Oh, I
answer
got a
first.
good.
I actually don't know what the first thing I would do is. I feel like I would, if I'm being 100% honest, I feel like it's something pretty weird.
What if you
I
pet
think
the
I'm breaking a
ultimate?
law.
Okay,
Like
this is breaking the law, but it's petting the ultimate cat, and you get
what's the
into
ultimate
that
cat? How do
tiger.
I
You get
get
into that tiger in heaven, and you pet the ultimate cat.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm stuck in Syracuse for the day over and over again, I'm going into zoo enclosures and I'm just seeing how close I can get to some of these animals. Because if
Yeah,
I get killed by one, boom, I'm
boom.
back.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, you might freak
you
out some
how close
people
can you
on the
get to a
day.
snow leopard?
Yeah, if
Is
you
he
get in
chill
there,
about
you
it?
think he looked chill.
He looks pretty chill.
He looks super chill.
Like swimming
I
with the penguins?
I put some
Swimming
of
with
that.
penguins?
I got started on Devin Loves Zoo.
Part
Devin Loves
three,
Zoo's part 3.
featuring Zach from Architects Allure.
Yeah, I got 44 minutes of footage,
Nice.
246 pieces of media, and somehow only 244 made it into the timeline. But I think I might have hopefully just missed one of the million pictures I took of those elephants. So
That's true. They were very cute elephants. I would be petting those baby elephants. I'll be like,
yeah,
let's go
I would ride
around.
them.
I'd be like throwing some balls towards them, like
I would
playing
ride an
around.
elephant for the second time at the zoo.
I
Don't
would
tell anyone.
definitely go on a high speed car chase.
That'd be fun.
I
Probably
would.
steal a better car than just my like
My Subaru
Focus
Forester?
hatchback.
Nah, I think my Forester could take it. I'd just be like, how fast can I get this Forester up to?
Well,
I
maybe
would,
another day.
I would probably go into the mayor's office and just slap him for no reason. Actually, I think he's doing a fine job, but just slap him anyway. I'd probably blow up some statues around here. I'd do some weird shit. I'll be honest. Like,
You very V for Vendetta type business.
yeah, I think I would just take down the
Where were
government.
you
Just in
on
one day, I
January
would take down
6th?
the government. I don't want to comment on that. My lawyer told me not to comment.
All right, so back to the lore list.
So I think it's definitely in the top quadrant of the lore list. But just to reiterate right now where we stand on the lore list, we obviously
Don't
have
even give
number
us numbers.
one.
Give us the first quadrants.
Got it. Okay, we got Paddington 2.
That's not on the quadrant list.
Yeah, you're no, that's the top quad. That's the
It's a
top.
false prophet. After
You're,
12 years of Catholic school, I've realized it's a 12 prophet. A false prophet.
yeah, after 12 years of Catholic school, I've realized that you're the whore of Babylon.
A good story.
It's a good story. We got Raiders of the Lost Ark, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse,
We
Captain
played that
America the
before.
Winter.
Captain America.
Yes, we did. Captain America the Winter Soldier, Mulan,
Folks.
Always Be My Maybe, The Mummy, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
You're another
Fucking,
quadrant.
fucking Surf Ninjas. Well, I'm just going down the whole list.
Okay, but you got to announce the quadrants if you're going to say that it's in the top quadrant. How do the people know when the division of quadrants are?
The first quadrant ends at Always Be My Maybe. Second
Okay.
quadrant begins at The Mummy. And then we got Kicking and Screaming below Surf Ninjas. And we got the Babysitter Killer Queen. Now we're into the third quadrant.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hellboy, Son of Batman, The Babysitter, Leap Year, Just Friends, and all the way down at the bottom, its own little fucking thing
Quadrant.
down here. A lot of asterisks.
Because you need 4 for a quadrant. You've only mentioned 3 so far.
Yeah, well, the top quadrant is Paddington 2 and Paddington.
It's not a quadrant. It's a
Paddington
false
2
god.
again. You're a false idol. And then the worst movie of all time.
I have been
Justice
called a
Kelly.
golden calf in my day.
Were you painted gold at the time, or was it a
I was made out of pure
joke?
gold.
So it was a fat joke.
Shut up, fat Zach. I know you're still in there. Shut up.
He's always in here in my heart. Just in my heart.
All right.
Because of the cholesterol.
Moving on. Where do we think that this falls? Okay, it's a Bill Murray comedy from 93, Harold Ramis. So yeah, it's probably in the top quadrant.
I honestly think this is a movie that
starting from the top or starting from the bottom.
I think it's better. It's better than Always Be My Maybe.
Okay, I could agree with that.
Here's the thing.
Or is it just a classic? Is it better?
This is the thing. I think Groundhog Day is one of the movies that almost every single person should see.
Yeah, and is it that Bill Murray is probably one of the best comedic actors ever?
It's that, and also just the theme of the movie is a powerful theme. And
yeah, but not like as obvious as a superhero movie.
Yeah, but some superhero movies are very superficial. So you have to do a really good superhero movie to elevate it, like Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or like The Dark Knight. This to me is almost on the par of like those classic movies that you should see, like Citizen Kane, Casablanca. Like The Godfather.
Is that really where you're stuck? Citizen Kane, Casablanca?
No, like The Godfather. Like, would I consider this movie better
Snow White
than
and the Seven Dwarfs?
Okay, we're not talking about Disney movies here.
It's literally the golden age of cinema. And it is a revolutionary in its day. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. If you're talking about movies just in general, like change the world, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Didn't know you're a big Snow White stan over here. I'm more of a Cinderella guy myself.
Not about the movie. I already told you.
I was
this.
the ugly stepsister that put on the slipper, and I became very attractive.
It changed the fabric.
Have you ever seen the movie She's All That?
Listen, I don't need another
with Freddie Prinze Jr.
What's it called? Jane Eyre retelling, okay?
Oh wow. But like, just look at me right now. An audience, just for your thing. I have glasses on.
I have red glasses on.
I have like more brown glasses on. But look at me. A little bit of an ugly duckling right now. But wait, now my glasses are
Oh,
off, and I'm
I can't see. I can't see you because I took my glasses off
basically
at the
a
same time.
god. So we
But
can't see each other.
yeah, I took my glasses off. I can't see him. He took his glasses off. He can't see me. You know what runs in this family? A poor eyesight.
Poor eyesight and hubris runs in this family, and some contempt.
And thinking we're right. I get that. That's hubris. It was a joke.
Did I say anything, Devin? Did I say anything?
Yeah, but you thought about it. I'm contemptuous towards you.
So fucking
Come on, it's
contemptuous.
all full circle.
All right.
Intelligence, you know what I mean?
So my
Number
point is that I think some
two.
of these movies above it are more exciting. They're more rewatchable, but I think
Number
this
two.
movie is more important. You
Right
think it's
under
number 2 on
Raiders.
the lore list,
Under Raiders.
above Raiders, because that's where number
No,
2
that's
is.
not how the list fucking works, bro. Your
Yes, it
numbers are
is.
fucked up. It literally is fucking first on the lore list is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
First
Then
on the
this.
lore list is Paddington 2.
We haven't seen that shit. How can it be on the lore list?
I've seen it, and you've seen it too.
The
So
audience
we've
hasn't
already
seen
went
it.
through this. The audience has
I
seen
tried
it.
watching it again and I had to turn it off.
Yeah, because now you're just doing a bit. You won't allow yourself to like it because you have conditioned yourself to hate it just to spite me.
That might be a bit factual.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's definitely up 1 or 2. If we're not
I
counting
don't think
Paddington
it's
2.
better than Raiders.
Here's my counter argument to you. Raiders spawned a
It's gonna
fashion
come
icon,
back with the
which is
fashion icon.
what
Yeah.
Devin said, yes. But
People are wearing scarves way before Bill Murray.
I'm not talking about fashion. This genre type of movie, reliving the same day over and over again, was spawned by Groundhog Day. And it has happened over and over again in cinema. Just almost recently, Palm Springs with Andy Samberg.
Okay.
So that theme of having to redo everything until you get it right was spawned by Groundhog Day.
But like it had fake snow that looked really fake.
That's your counter argument.
You and I both know what wizards look like, and when they got stuck on that highway, you could tell that was fake snow.
Yeah, it was like probably asbestos. It was probably literally asbestos that they were spewing at them.
It was funny when Chris Elliott goes, "No one honks this horn but me," and then Bill Murray gets out and he honks the horn at Bill Murray. Got him. No, you're wrong. It definitely.
How am I wrong?
Because I didn't like it as much, and I'll probably never see it again.
You'll never see it again.
No, I get it. I got it.
Did this movie even inspire
I'd
you?
rather see Stripes.
Did this movie inspire you even a little bit to be a better person?
No, I
To
didn't
be
get the
more
message until
in
you
the
explained
moment.
it to me.
In the moment.
Nah, I told you I was doing other stuff.
I didn't get the message until you explained it to me. All right, fuck it. Fine. I'm not going to argue with you about Raiders versus Groundhog Day, but I do think it is better than everything else here on the lore list. So that is where it will sit. Number 3 on the lore list, Groundhog
Number
Day.
2 on the lore list after Raiders. For the audience, folks, he just did number 3 in the German way. I think we have a spy on our hands.
Where is the money, Lebowski?
Okay, before we get on to what is it? The writer Zoom. Forget every time. I had something I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention earlier.
Okay.
A movie I just saw called Troll. On Netflix.
Trolls?
No, Troll.
Troll.
Just single Troll. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Don't know anything about it.
It came out in 2022, and this troll is awoken in like this
an actual troll, supernatural,
like a mountain troll. Yeah, is awoken when they're trying to like create a subway line or something or a train line through a mountain, and they awaken this troll, and then the troll is heading towards Oslo It's kind of like Godzilla, but if Godzilla were a troll, and then this
How big
scientist,
is this troll?
like 40, 50 meters. I don't know. I watched it in Norwegian because I tried to watch it with the dub and it was awful. So I just watched it with subtitles and made me feel real smart. But also made me think of the 2017 movie Troll Hunters, which is also a Norwegian film about a troll in Norway that attacks, and it's more Blair Witch style.
You're just like a
Both good
big
movies.
Norwegian troll
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
fan. Is what this
yeah,
whole part of this movie is
yeah.
you're trying to say.
And while looking up those two movies, I realized that there's another Netflix movie, or no, it's on Tubi, but I think Tubi's free. Um, about some farmer's son who like goes to a troll mountain. It's also a Norwegian film. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out.
Okay.
I love Norwegian films about trolls.
Very, very specific genre that Devin is into.
Yeah. Just wanted to get that out there, you know? Just wanted to get that out there.
Fair enough. You know what? You have piqued my interest, so I may go and watch one of them. But like Devin
I would suggest
said,
Troll
the
probably is
2022
better.
one. All
Yeah.
right.
It's really cool, actually. It's like, yeah, it's basically like Godzilla, but like a troll.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
audience members and me,
Have
if
you
you
watched
decide.
Lilyhammer? Welcome to Lilyhammer, whatever it is.
No,
I think it's just Lilyhammer
I have not watched it.
on Netflix, where I think that guy goes to I gotta really go to Norway. Got a
If you
fascination with Norway.
if you go to Norway, I might go to Norway. Architects of Lore from Norway? Hit the
Arca
road?
Norway?
Arca Norway.
Architects of Lore in Norway investigating the lore of trolls. All right, folks.
If we get
We need
to
sponsors.
10,000 subscribers on
No, just
Instagram,
pay
we
for it. I
will.
don't care how many. We could have like one. What if like the fucking king of Norway hears this episode? Is like, I'll bring those guys out to Norway.
This is a good tourist fucking attraction. Let's get these
Exactly.
guys over. Yeah, if we get anyone to pay for our week-long trip to Norway to discover the lore of trolls, we'll, I don't know, shout you
We'll
out
film
on the
it.
podcast.
We'll make like a
We'll
little
film the whole
documentary,
thing. Devin will give you a hug in person
which
and
is
some other
rare.
stuff. You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe some hand stuff.
Trollway, our
Troll.
passage to Norway.
Fair. All right, let's do it. That's a stretch goal for us. Does not, but we don't have to set a specific goal. Just anybody or any combination of people that want to pay for our week-long trip to Norway, please hit us up at architectsalore@gmail.com. But now it's the moment that everybody's been waiting for, Devin. Can we get a competent, coherent movie about philosophy? We're going to find out right now.
I thought it was gods and philosophy.
Yeah, but we just did a movie about philosophy, not about God. So we should do a movie about philosophy.
What if it's like a troll god?
All right, you just want to do a movie about troll. Okay. In the writer's Zoom.
All right, here we are, folks.
So I'm thinking Norway.
I'm thinking troll way. No, this is your theme. I want nothing to do with this, so let's hear it.
So you're just gonna sit?
No, I'll come up with I'll make your idea better, but
oh, okay. All right.
This is all you, bud.
All right. So
are we doing philosophy? We're doing gods.
I mean, we did watch a movie about philosophy. I have a movie in my back pocket about gods. That's later in the study. I don't know what your movie is.
You gotta wait till
about.
Tuesday for that one, bud.
Well, no, we are in your movie now.
I know.
So I don't know what yours is.
I was gonna do Legend of Bagger Vance.
Great movie.
But it's too much living up to your potential, and too much of. We are a golf channel, but are we that big of a golf channel?
We're big golf.
So I got another one in mind.
Basically, Bob Does Sports Light.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Does Sports Light.
Okay. Philosophy. Today's age, past, present, future.
So we could do different types of philosophy. Taoism, Confucianism, Ubuntu, togetherness, which is an African philosophy. We could do pragmatism, which is an American philosophy. But I think a lot of the movie themes of philosophy that go on toward Devin is falling asleep right now. That's fine. Is normally about what is something that a person has to learn. in order to live a better or more fulfilling life. It usually falls along the category.
Okay, so it's like a rich person realizing that he has a better life if he was poor.
Or just nicer. But that's Scrooge.
Non-meritorious.
That's also just another Bill Murray movie, Scrooge.
You backed us in this corner. You got to get
There
us
is
out.
no corner, okay? It's just the philosophy is a study of knowledge, study of truth. What is something that you personally would like to find out the truth about? That's what philosophy is.
Who killed JFK? I went there, and that's a hard shot. Why wouldn't he just take the shot when it was coming towards him? Why did he take the shot when he was already past him? It makes more sense if someone was on the grassy knoll and took the shot from that angle. But I'm just saying, I went there. You know what I mean?
This has gotten to the point, people. Well, I don't know if Devin believes the conspiracy theories that he spouts, or if it's still just a recurring bit.
I don't know either. I'm just saying.
Like, I'm almost 100% positive that he believes in supernatural beasts, even though some of it seems like a joke.
The Pacific Northwest is a giant place, okay?
But like the JFK conspiracy, the Loch Ness monster is clearly real to Devin. Yeah, Devin has a tattoo of a sea monster representing all sea monsters.
Yeah. I just like to live in a world that's more magical and less like boring. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do understand that, Devin, which is why we like movies.
Yeah.
We want to get away. We want to believe in a world where something is different and we can, even the smallest person can make the biggest change.
Like a Hobbit. Whoa!
Yeah.
That wasn't even planned, folks.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Did we see all the Lord of the Rings movies together? I think we did.
I don't know. Probably.
Did you see them on January 1st?
I saw the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. I think I saw all the three of them with my dad. Just me and him.
Yeah, me too. With my dad. And we saw them on January 1st because that's when they came out.
No, they came out in December.
No, they came out on the 1st.
They all came out in December. Look it up. Look it up on your computer right now.
Because then maybe we always went to them on them.
I think you just might have gone to them on New Year's Day, but they had been out. I'm leaving
Gods and philosophy, huh?
So I'm right. Okay. Let's start with this. Who do we want the main character to be? And what lesson do we want them to learn?
What if it's a guy named Daniel and he falls into a pit of lions?
Okay, now you're just going into God over here with the Bible stories of your youth. What if there's like a Job and there's like a big whale or something?
That was Jonah. Job was
but it's in the book of Job.
God forget. Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in the book of Job.
Job was the guy that like God gave up on. And the moral of that story was like, even if he treats you like shit, don't give up on him because then you'll go to heaven.
It's fine, bro. God can do whatever he wants to you, but as soon as you lose faith, you're fucked. Okay, so like, just keep believing.
It's in Kings.
The one where Joshua or whatever gets swallowed by a whale?
Jonah, yes.
Jonah gets swallowed by a whale.
12
Jonah
years
Hill?
at Catholic school.
Jonah Hill gets swallowed by a whale?
This guy knows nothing about the Bible.
Well, I don't have an eidetic memory for things I hate like you do.
Listen, remember that time you guys kicked me off the sunfish and there's a boat coming at me and I was so fired up. Oh man.
I don't remember that until just now. But it was so funny.
It was not funny. It was terrifying. There was a boat coming at me. I was trying to wave at them, and you guys are just laughing as you're doing a big circle around me. And we're out in the middle of the bay, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
You had a fucking life jacket on. It's fine.
That doesn't help if you get hit by a boat."
You could bury the boat. It's not. You could just go under. It'd be all right.
Jesus, it had a keel. I would have been hit by the keel and dragged.
You were fine. The boat was so far away. You were just exaggerating how close it was.
You were
Clearly,
exacerbating my terror by leaving me in the water.
clearly you're fine. You're still here. So
True.
no,
True.
no long scars or anything. You're fine.
It's trauma scars.
Okay, I think what we do is we do a movie about a person who has to learn the lesson of he needs a village to get where he wants to go.
Okay.
So you can't do it alone. You have to do it together.
So he
So
lives
that is more
out
in
in the
the
middle of nowhere.
philosophy of Ubuntu. We are I, togetherness.
So it's a guy who decides to go homesteading in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know what homesteading means.
It means like when you like make all your stuff and you grow your crops and you have chickens and you
It's
have
like goes off the grid.
yeah.
Okay.
But then falls in with this, group of ragtag team because I'm sure there's a town,
Okay.
and it's kind of like okay, that story of cornbread, from Sesame Street, yeah.
No.
Bert's gonna make some cornbread, right?
Okay.
But
But he
in order
needs
to
a
make
little bit of
cornbread,
sugar from his neighbor.
no. So in order to make cornbread, he has to plant the corn.
Mm.
So he's like, who's going to help me till the soil? Who's going to help me plant the seed? Who's going to help me harvest the crop? Who's going to help me grain the corn? And everyone's like, no, 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 I'm busy. I'm doing other stuff. And then he makes the cornbread finally, and it looks all warm and smells all delicious. He's like, who's going to help me eat the cornbread? And they're all like, me, me, me. And he's like, you didn't help me till the field. You didn't help me plant the seed. You didn't help me harvest the crop. You didn't help me ground the corn. But you know what? I'm gonna let you have some of my cornbread.
What's the lesson? You can get out of work and still get the reward.
I guess so. It seems so more profound when I was younger. Like, oh man, he's not gonna give him any cornbread. But then Bert's like nice and gives them cornbread, but they all feel bad because they didn't help. You know what I mean? So maybe something like that. Like he's, his neighbor is like, hey, can you help me till the ground? He's like, no, I got my own ground to till.
Mm-hmm.
Another neighbor is like, can you help me plant these seeds? No, I got my own plants to seed.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me harvest my crop? No, I got my own crops to harvest. And then winter comes and all his crops have fucking died.
Decimated. And he's alone.
And he's gonna die.
And then all of the neighbors
Come and
are
help
like,
him.
fuck you. And then he dies.
Yeah.
And then we fast forward to a new town.
Yeah. No?
Okay.
I mean, what do you think?
I like the general premise of what you're talking about. Maybe not necessarily like planting cornbread or anything like that, but just that is the goal that I think we need to hit here with this movie is that we have an isolationist character who has to learn to trust his community. And through trusting his community, he either survives or thrives or both. So, what do we want? Devin is just on his phone, I think. I think he's trying to look up the Sesame Street video. Yep, he is. Yes, he is.
I think it's a book, to be honest. I don't know. Lauren, if you remember that book, let me know. Do you get through all the episodes? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. The cornbread one.
She did text us an hour and 56 minutes. Are you fucking joking? So she at least looks at the time.
She looks at the timestamp at least.
Okay. Who's our character? What's his name? Matthew. His name's Matthew. But he goes by Matty. Matty Ice.
You know, a guy who's solo does not go by Matty. Matty is a guy who
No.
has friends.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
goes by
Hey,
Matthew.
Matty.
Oh, hey,
Call
Matt.
me Matty.
No, my name's Matthew.
Yeah,
It's
people
Matthew.
try and call him Matty, and at the end, he'll be like, "You can call me Matty."
See,
You know?
we're establishing character right now.
Yeah.
Establishing character. So I think we have to have another character who kind of starts to break through to him by being persistent. Do we want that to be a child or another adult?
I kind of like the innocent of a child.
Okay. Okay. All right. Girl or guy child?
A
Or
little
boy or girl? Little boy?
southern farmer boy who like knows a lot of stuff.
We talk about like 11, 10, 11.
Well, you know, farm kids mature so much more. So he could be 8 with the intelligence of like an 11 or 12-year-old.
Okay,
know?
but let's still go like 10 or 11. So this boy,
I
I
just
think,
want it to be he definitely operates dangerous farm equipment.
of course,
He's a
absolutely.
child.
Yes. Labor laws be damned.
Oh, the 4-hour shooting schedule. Jeez.
Devin, super happy. I gave you the
Okay.
option of adult.
I
And you said I
know
want
it's
the
my own
innocence of a
fault.
child. So I think the kid has to have a bad home life, or at least
Or
maybe not necessarily
grandparents
bad,
raised
but
by his
like
grandparents or something. Or they're, farmers, so they're
just be
busy.
farmers. They
And
don't pay attention to him that
he
much.
has older. Well, not they don't pay attention to him.
They
They're
hate
out in
him,
the.
specifically hate him.
See, this is the problem Zach has. He's like, every family is a piece of garbage. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, don't pay attention to this kid. No, this kid is a farmer kid. He does his chores, but like they gotta go run the combine, and we can't have you around. That's dangerous, even though he knows how to run the combine and he does it.
Sometimes he does it just to prove to his older brothers and sisters that he can do it. And then he
Joshua. His
mangles
name is
his arm.
Joshua.
All right, so we got Matthew and Joshua. But he goes by Josh. Joshy.
Yeah, you can call him Joshy.
You can call me Joshy.
And Matthew
No,
calls him Joshua.
I'll
Call you Joshua.
I'll call you Joshua. Okay, we got the archetypes of our characters here. All right, so Joshua comes from a pretty good home life. Just they're working.
It's just like
they're
they
working.
just work till nightfall.
Yeah.
And so Joshua, it's the summer, right? So he doesn't have school.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just always poking around the fence to see what the homesteader's doing. And that's why he's like, oh, your pigs are going to get out if you don't, put them in a pen that's over an inch.
Okay, but why is he
tall.
hanging out with it? Why is he hanging out with an older guy? I think he can't have friends, right? Can't make friends. Or like something happened where his friends aren't around, or like maybe he's like the outcast at school for some reason. And then Matthew helps him, even though he's kind of an outcast anyway.
He's
Like
got
they
one
learn
arm.
to grow
You're
each
right
other.
about the one arm.
Got mangled.
He's got a mangled arm.
Farm accident early.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. That's fucked up, right?
Yeah, also it would cost a lot to either find an amputee child who's an actor or just put a green screen sleeve on a kid the whole time. So I think it's just easier if he's like a little awkward as a kid with other humans, kind of like Matthew, but that's why they sort of get along. Maybe he's too precocious. He asks too many questions. He gets on people's nerves. He definitely gets on Matthew's nerve for a while, but then he tolerates him because he keeps coming around.
Yeah,
Keeps
it's like a Dennis the Menace. How come Dennis didn't hang out with other kids?
Because they hated him, because he was a menace.
I'm just thinking they could be out in the middle of nowhere. It's like there's not that many people.
Yeah, he gets bused to school.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes to school.
But the homesteader's right next door.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I like that. All right. Okay. I got the basis of our
And it
character.
could be like, where were you last week? I was like, oh, me and my buddy, I went with my buddy's family to Six Flags or what's that? What's that?
Darien Lake.
No, because this is gonna be like the South or something. So I'm thinking could be in Texas because where's that? Shoaling. Adam went there. Shoaling.
I have no idea.
It's like the biggest water park ever.
Sure. Never heard of it.
He's like, we went to there for I don't know.
Adam, if you're listening to this, text us what the name of it is, and Devin will Venmo you $5. Because I don't think you're listening.
Okay, yeah, I will. In U.S. Noah's Ark. What?
Nope, that's not it.
Universal's Volcano Bay. Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio. Schlitterbahn, New Brunsfield, Texas.
Schlitterbahn. Sounds like a curse word. Schlitterbahn.
Near San Antonio. Just saying, you know? Or it could be in Ohio and they went to Cedar Point. Are there a lot of farmers in Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So, well, let's broaden our country, like our scope.
Yeah, we got homesteader in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got the
clearly
flag.
He's from the East Coast because we can't take the East Coast out of the rider.
Can't take the East Coast out of the rider. Like
so
Joshua
just calls him a Yankee.
Joshua comes over. I mean, Ohio is still north of the Mason-Dixon line. I think they're Yankees too.
Okay, maybe let's put it in the South so they can call him a Yankee.
Okay, let's put him in the South. Let's be in Texas. So they go to Schlitterbahn.
They call him a Yankee. They go to Schlitterbahn.
What's that Yankee homesteader doing over there? Oh, Matthew?
Yeah.
Wait, you know his name? Oh, yeah.
The dirt farmer.
How you doing, Mr. Matthew? My friends call me Joshy. I'll call you Joshua.
Sorry.
There you go. How you doing, Joshua? Good to see you, Matthew. I'm from the Bronx. We got some cold cuts in the
cowboy hat. He has a fitted
Yankees cap.
Fitted Yankees cap. Yeah.
Yeah. We got some cold cuts in the fridge if you want some.
Yeah, you gotta put some oil in there with your tractor. Sounds like it's I think I know how to work an engine. I took the bus every day.
Every day. Do you know what they call air brakes in New York City? Brakes.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. All right, so I think Matthew had to have gone through some sort of trauma where he got betrayed by somebody. Okay, or just like his world philosophy has been like, I can only rely on myself, and that's what this kid is trying to bring him out. So he was a team
at a startup in New York City. He was in a startup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he got pushed out of the startup.
So he's got enough money to build his homesteader thing, but he'll
he
never try to.
Buyout, and he's not going to trust anyone again. He's not going to be part of that. He's going to do it on his own.
So all these people are fake. They're fake people building fake products, and his product would have revolutionized the world and helped everybody. And they took it from me because all of you people are greedy fucking bastards. So I'm out here.
Take advice, so he's
just talking to the animals.
He doesn't take any advice. He's kind of like he just like buys whatever is the fanciest stuff,
Yeah, he's getting imported Polish.
Well, let's say
water.
he just like wastes like a ton of money on buying a brand new tractor, but then doesn't realize like he should have put a fence in too. And he's like, that's another. He's like, you could have put a fence in and got a cheaper tractor, but.
So Joshua's just fiscally responsible over here.
Well, there could be other people too.
Knows how to balance the books.
Could be Josh's mom or Josh's older sister. Maybe Josh has a single mom, and that's
Ooh,
him and his uncle. Her and his uncles, like he lives on their uncle's farm. Him and his single mom.
Let's get
And
a little Mighty Duck scenario here with Gordon
his
Bombay
cousins are a
hitting
little
on his
older,
mom.
and they're working the farm or whatever. One of them's in the Air Force or something.
Okay,
You
so
know,
Joshua's dad died. Him and his mom moved out to his uncle's farm. Okay, so he's kind of like a kid out of water
maybe he's
type
not
thing.
dead. Maybe he's just
Definitely dead.
away.
100% dead. All right, he doesn't have to be dead. Devin gets real upset about this.
Because it's still a movie, and I don't want to depress the fuck out of people. You're gonna spend $20, and now I gotta think about how this 8-year-old has a dead dad compared to him just being in the military overseas and his parents are divorced, or so he doesn't have like a father figure. It's still sad, but it's not like fuck that kid's got a dead dad sad. You know what I mean? Like I'm here to make movies about storytelling escapism. Why are we talking about dead dads over here? You know what I mean? This is why I didn't like the Lion King, brother.
I'll never fucking watch Schindler's List again, okay? Once was enough. That's actually true.
Saying we're not Disney. We don't
want
have to kill off their parents in order to make these children seem vulnerable.
Fine. His dad's in the military. His mom and his dad got divorced. She moved in with her brother and the kids on the farm. Dad's not around, but he's still
Thank
alive.
you. Was that too hard?
Fighting for this country. He's
exactly.
alive. Okay. But barely gets any letters from him.
Yeah. He's on a submarine.
Because he doesn't even like his kid that much. He's going to go start a new family
somewhere. Oh, my God.
I'm sure he's a great dad.
No, because that's going to be a point of contention in the third act when the dad comes back and he's like, who's this guy who's been hanging around my son?
And then he shoots him because he gets a little scared about a shadow on his property.
Listen, he was standing his ground, okay?
My
home is my castle.
Okay, all right. Jokes aside, our main character, Matthew, startup bro, tech bro, New York City, lost faith in humanity because of what happened to him at a startup and he got pushed out. He really thought he was creating something that was going to help the world, the population, and just got taken from him and turned into some, sold to some corporate whatever for a shitload of money and turned into something evil. So he just lost it, moved to a homesteader in Texas to do his own thing, be alone. Then we got our Joshy kid.
Called Alone on the Range instead of Home on the Range.
Dude, we're not even at the end, but that is a perfect title. It's a perfect title.
Okay. I thought of it. I gotta say it,
That's what it is. It's a perfect title. So he is basically struggling on this homestead by himself because he doesn't want to interact with other people.
And his neighbors are asking him for help and he turns them down.
His neighbors are asking for him to help them or for them to help him, and he's turning them down, their help down?
Both.
Okay. What are they asking him for help for? Tech stuff? Like their computers?
Oh, it could just be like, hey, man, some of my horses got out. You mind just going looking and going searching down the road? I'm real busy right now. All right, no worries, buddy.
If they wander onto my property, I'll let you know. But I really got to get these plants in the ground, or else I'm not going to be eating this winter. You know what I mean?
And then later in
the winter, why are you talking like that with that accent?
His truck gets stuck in the 2 inches of snow because they can't handle it out there. Of
course,
the horses, they strap up a couple horses and they pull them out, and it's like, got your horses back? Well, almost all of them. One died, but
so that's just life out here.
Tasted delicious.
Don't worry, Maddie, we got you. It's
Matthew.
Yeah, okay. No. By that point, it's like, yeah, okay. But that's later in the movie.
Yeah.
Later in the movie. So he needs to, throughout his interactions with Joshua, start to open up that not every single person is a blood-sucking leech out to get something from you. And that
his
you
mom's
can actually
a nurse.
do
his
things
mom's
with
a trauma
community. Nurse. Okay. Love it. Okay.
That's why she works 12s and 15s sometimes. At the hospital, which is about 45 minutes away. So not only is she working 12 and 15, she's also got an hour and a half round trip every day.
Yep. That's why Joshua's alone. He's got loving parents. They're just not around that much.
Yeah, one's in the military protecting our waters. The other one is on the shores protecting our people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this
And
Matthew
then his
guy,
uncle is just out in
just
the farm, you know.
out in the fire. But he's a pretty cool dude.
Oh yeah, he's chill.
He's chill.
He's
He's the
got
one who
some
lost his horses.
grown. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so do we want there to be any type of threat to the town that Matthew helps with? Or is it only
No, I think it's more
explicitly?
philosophy. So it's smaller life. It's not like
Mhm.
a groundbreaking event changes your world perspective. It's the small things that make your world. So he thought this one major thing changed his life, right? This startup and this major catastrophe changed his life. He's defined by this big event, when in
Mhm.
reality he's defined by the smaller events.
So maybe, yeah, okay. So then maybe that's the theme of our movie is he was a person who wanted to create something to help people, but then when he got screwed over, he decided to hate people. And then throughout the movie, he learns to remember that he actually is a person who loves helping. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be something huge and major. It can just be small, little, everyday things that help people's lives.
Oh yeah, did I tell you about my sweet story about how I bought a couple kids some slushies
You did
in
not.
exchange for a kickflip?
Were you at Claire's again getting
No, 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 no.
errands for
Shut up.
12-year-old
Just
girls?
shut up with your jokes. So I was at 7-Eleven buying beer to go golfing, right? I went to go get beer and some
Oh my
ice.
God, this starts off horrible.
And then there's these little skater kids. They're like probably like, there's three of them and there's like two older, one younger. And they
They
all got
propositioned me for beer
no,
first.
they
You're
all
like,
got
no.
Coca-Cola slushies, right? And this kid's
uh,
phone wasn't working for like his Apple Pay or whatever.
mhm.
And he's like, "Do you take Apple Pay?" And the guy's like, "No." And I'm like, "I know this 7-Eleven takes Apple Pay. I don't know what they're whatever."
Why are
So
they
the kids
doing
were
this?
like really sweet, and they're like, don't know what to do. And one of them's got like like $1, and the other one's like, he's like, "Well, so what do we do?" And I was like, "Put it on my tab. I got it. I got the slushies." And I threw it on my tab, and I don't even know how much it was. It's probably minimal.
Like
And
$75.
they're like, "Oh, that's awesome, thanks," and give me fist pounds. I was like, "Yeah, man, just do a kickflip." And he's like, "You want to do it? I got you." So we went outside, and then he like went and did the first one. He messed it up, and I was like, "Oh, you're so close." He's like, "No, no, I got you." And then he did the kickflip and landed the kickflip, and I was like, "Dope. Have a good day, guys."
Just to put this in perspective, people, it's 7 a.m. in the morning in
It
Los
is not
Angeles.
7 a.m. I had a 3:30 tea time. This was probably around 1:30 in the afternoon.
All right, it's 1:30 in Los Angeles, and there's Devin, a mid-30s man, speaking
Not
to
mid 30s. I am late 20s at best,
mid-30s.
early 30s at worst.
Okay. So you made a transaction with these children. I will buy
Yeah,
you
some
slushies
slushies
for a
for a kickflip.
kickflip.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I was gonna make a joke, but you know what? That's very nice of you, Devin.
but it made me
I'm
feel
sure you
really
made
good
the
afterwards.
kids' day.
And they were like so stoked that this cool guy who had this
Well,
30 rack of beer, 18 rack of beer, and it was 18, not 30.
to be
And some
honest,
ice.
the funniest part to me is the fact that you went outside. And I'm really not trying to put you down. I think this is a very nice thing that you did for these children. It's just the funniest part to me is that you're probably in like a polo, ready to go fucking
Yeah.
golfing, and you're just standing outside the 7-Eleven, just holding an 18 pack of beers, watching these three kids skate around.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just doing that just real
But I
dad
felt so
vibe of
good.
like,
I
good
felt so
job,
good.
son.
I felt so good about myself that I was like, damn, those slushies were worth the feeling that I very narcissistic, like that made me feel good, you know.
I looked inside. I was like, should I volunteer more? No,
Nah,
no, no.
nah,
I'm gonna go
unless it's for
golfing.
kick flips. But
Kickflip man. Now, if you see those kids around, they're gonna recognize you. The kickflip man. Like, what's
you
up,
know
bro?
it. You know it. Do a kick flip. That's my favorite thing, to just yell at people who don't have
Don't
skateboards.
even have a skateboard. It's
Yeah,
just a
like,
man in a suit walking down the street.
well,
Do a
the
kickflip, bro.
funniest thing I did too was there's this cop with a drug sniffing dog, and they're walking by me, and I just go, do a kick flip.
Did the dog do it?
No, dog didn't know how to do a kick flip.
Fucking terrible. Terrible. All right, so I think we got the basic premise of the story. Uh man who loses
No
faith.
love interest as yet,
Well, do we want his
maybe
mom to be the love interest? I think
maybe
it
a little
overcomplicates
flirtatious,
thing. Yeah.
but not an outright like love story.
Yeah, I think it's just more along the lines of him learning to help people
Learning
and
through the
coming
innocence
back
of
into
a
the
child,
community.
yeah, of
Yeah.
how to like it takes it, and he's like, without my uncle, like I'd be all by myself. My dad's on a sub, so can't really do much.
What are you
Kind
doing?
of signed into the yeah.
Trying to get this corn in the fucking field. You gonna sit
Why?
there or are you gonna help?
Well, it's like why are you putting those seeds so close together? Like, what do you mean? That's what they said to do. Like, oh, that's not what you never do that.
You don't fucking won't listen to the instructions.
Yeah, you
Two
just use
feet
your foot.
apart each time. You know what we
Just
should
two
do on,
steps.
on
Two
this
step.
movie? We
We'll
need
have to
an
get Morley as a
yeah, we need an
consultant.
an
Yep.
agriculture
Yep.
consultant.
Yeah.
Morley, make sure your schedule's free. Just FYI.
If
All
this
right.
wins, we don't know. This is the first movie in our study of the theme gods and philosophy.
Alone on the
Alone on the
Range.
Range.
About a man who
Matthew
learns the power of community.
from his little neighbor Joshua.
I don't think we need the little neighbor Joshua part.
Tiny little boy neighbor Joshua.
Tiny little boy neighbor Joshua. Hey, Joshy!
Joshy, yeah, and that's how they end. Maddie, Joshy,
I love
There
it.
we go.
Alone on the Range. People, if you like this, make sure to vote for it at the end of the study of God and philosophy. But Devin, I know Devin's real excited to get into this. He probably picked something probably about God. He probably picked the movie Saved. And I am just waiting
Gods
to hear
in
it.
Egypt, but with Christian Bale. No, you're welcome.
You're going to watch The Prince of Egypt, the animated movie? Because I would watch that.
We are watching The Matrix, the original.
Okay.
I Googled movies about philosophy and it popped up.
I Googled movies about philosophy. Well, it is I believe it is a Descartes type of movie, a cogito ergo sum. I think therefore I am. The whole he's falling asleep again, people. I'm gonna need to get some guest stars on this philosophy study so I can actually talk about philosophy.
I don't know how we're gonna do this again on Tuesday. It's Thursday right now. I'm gonna need a weekend to psych myself up for this shit.
I'm pretty excited because The Matrix is one of my favorite movies, and I think it's going to be again in the top quadrant of the lore list. We're just doing banger after banger after banger recently. We really need to watch a shitty movie soon.
Check us out on Instagram at Architects of Lore. We are not doing Twitter anymore. I mean, it's there just so we have the name. Same with TikTok, YouTube. We'll get there soon. Video content probably coming. I don't know. Movie poster, definitely. Hopefully it won't be 4 weeks. I already have an idea of the poster's gonna look
for
like.
Alone on the Range.
Yeah. Get ready, folks. Was there anything else? Oh, give us 5 stars. Rate and review us.
Yeah. Write an email over to architectsalore@gmail.com and we will shout you out on your birthday if you put it in there.
Yeah, and if you want to sponsor us to Celsius, just I'll give you my Venmo through there too. So
yeah, we're pretty cheap. If you just want to send us a couple Celsius, we'll say nearly anything you put in the copy. So,
but they have to be cold. So that means you have to ship them with liquid nitrogen.
If you just went through a bad breakup and you want a critically renowned international podcast to just dump on your ex, throw it in the copy. Send us Celsius, we'll do it.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for us. Do it for us. I couldn't even get it out. Okay, that's gonna do it for us today, folks. Thanks
here at
Architects
for listening. Thanks for listening. And just remember that if you have a story in your head but you can't seem to get it out,
do it.
Just do it. Because the lore architects, that's you.
And the Architects of Lore, that's us.
That's us. We believe in you. Because we believe that together we are better.
And if not, and you suck, that's what rewrites are for.
Good enough.
Editing? I don't know. Whatever.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Look a little pale. Fuck. I gotta go tanning.
It's probably better. I don't think the hat's really where it's at right now.
I meant to go tanning too.
You live in fucking Los Angeles. Just walk outside.
Yeah, I wanted to go in New York where they had tanning beds, and like I want those sweet, sweet electric rays.
I mean, yeah, you need it. You're fucking white as shit.
I know. I'm looking like you over here. Look at
I
this.
know. What are you, Casper the Friendly Ghost over here?
Good one. I said that to you at one point.
Yeah,
Call
real
back.
callback. Yeah.
Okay, we ready to start the show? Or
I don't know. Are you ready? It took you 100 minutes to get here.
I know I forgot to watch the movie. Then I had to watch the movie, and then I thought there was another commercial coming. So I was like, oh, I'll put my pizza in at the next commercial. But I guess there's only commercials in the beginning, which doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, I saw the time. I was like, I gotta finally put my pizza in. Then I ate my pizza, and then I'm pretty sure I'm a little lactose intolerant, so I had to deal with that for
It's a pretty good segue. Pretty good segue, right? Pretty good segue, right?
Yeah, pretty decent segue. You know what that segue reminded me of? A two-wheel automotive machine. Segue.
I dislike you.
I have to open the door. I hope it's not too loud, but it's like a million degrees in my apartment right now. It's like a million degrees. I swear to God, I'm sweating and I'm not even wearing sleeves.
It's true, folks.
Boop. Don't forget that part about the sleeves. It's probably good for the bloopers. Ever, 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 ever.